Aloha, welcome everyone. This is Leimomi Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul Alignment Mindset Coach here. And so today I'm going to actually do the Soul Alignment Blueprints, Modality, Certification, Information Masterclass today. This is our first one. I'm going to be doing 2 of them so that I will give you guys a chance to kind of ask me questions, to get to know me a little bit better. If you're really considering to do this, if you have any questions at all, totally put down in the comments below, and I will share with you on what any specific questions that you may have in terms of what the Soul Alignment Blueprints is. I would like to sign up, but I'm not really quite sure whether it's the right thing or right fit for me right now. I'll answer any of those type of questions. So basically, I'm kicking off the second round of my Soul Alignment Blueprints Modality certification program, and we're going to start on April 2nd. So we've got a good, almost 3 weeks for you guys to decide whether you want to do this or not and to jump on in. So some of you may have been hearing some amazing things from either your friends or people here inside of the my Facebook group here in Soul Alignment Leaders for Conscious Living. So today I wanted to give a chance to kind of explain to you what the Soul Alignment Blueprints are, and to learn more about it. And again, I will be doing these 2 special info classes for you to ask me any questions, and then at the end of this I'm going to pick a lucky winner that could win a prize here at the end. So if you are, have any kind of questions, feel free to put down at the bottom about anything in general, but also about sharing about maybe what you want to know more about the Soul Alignment Blueprints and what it is for and what does it entail and all that kind of questions you guys can ask me. So I'm basically going to share about, how can you use this modality to heal your relationships, communicate clearly with your family, or your team members or your audience, and how you can actually save a lot of time, money, and energy, spend less time on client calls, group calls, to scale your business by actually creating Soul Alignment Blueprints for yourself, your family, and others. And also, how can you get consistent income utilizing the Soul Alignment Blueprints and releasing all the overwhelm, the lack of clarity, or trying to do everything in your business, right? And feeling like although you're making good money, you may not feeling completely happy, or you feel like something is missing in your business. And I can tell you that the Soul Alignment Blueprints will really, really help you with that. So this is just our first class, so it's kind of like low-key and just doing it kind of informally because that's kind of my style. But I wanted you guys to ask me any kind of questions that you may be having in terms of what you can do with the Soul Alignment Blueprints to, like, what can I do in my business right now to up level to the next level that I want to do. So all questions are totally open for me to answer for you guys. So basically, I'm going to kind of break it down. What are your Soul Alignment Blueprints first, and then I'll talk a little bit more about how you can actually create consistent income by actually using this modality that I'm talking about today. So the Soul Alignment Blueprints actually came from, originally I invented it because I was feeling like when I was reading the Akashic Records, when I first started out my business, I was a psychic business coach, and I've been in business about 2 years, so it hasn't really been that long, but I went to 6 figures in my first year, and then this year went to multiple 6 figures. So it wasn't that difficult for me to get to multiple 6 figures because of the fact that I leveraged a lot on utilizing the Soul Alignment Blueprints for myself, for my family, and also for others. So I've actually proven this this kind of method. I call it my Being Alohi method, but it's basically being Alohi means to shine brightly, to shine your brilliance out into the world. And so I had this concept in the first year of my business, when I was working with people with business strategy and kind of figuring out what actually works to help them get to their next level. And what I was finding was I did like over 400 some, I think, free strategy sessions in my first year of my business, which is insane. That's not normal, okay? But I really did that because I wanted to understand what were the key aspects of why people are successful and why people are not successful. And where it was that what was the things that they were missing that didn't allow them to hit their goals. Whether it was the money, whether it was more time and energy, whether it was the relationships, all of that, I was looking in all their life areas and stuff. So what I did was I created this system and this methods on how you can actually revamp your life and business according to your type of soul type. So I labeled them as your superpower. Okay. So what I call your superpower is a very specific energy of what your soul is, originally from source. And we actually have 3 main gifts. The first one is the superpower. The second and the third gifts are actually the gifts that you give to others in relation with them, where you use your psychic abilities, where you give the exact transformation to them by actually being in your superpower. So what I was seeing was, by interviewing all of these people, that there was 8 superpowers, and that out of the 8, most likely they were aligning to the life challenges, which looks like their superpower, but it's actually the gifts, like I said, that they give to others in relationship with them to transform in whatever transformation that they were giving to them, okay? And so I found a trend. I was like, oh, there's 3 main gifts, but okay, so what is the second and third for, and what is the first gift for? And the first gift was your superpower. It's the thing that feels effortless, where you feel in flow, where you get downloads of information and energy, where you make money, where you get media opportunities, all kinds of stuff you start to manifest because you're in alignment to your superpower. Okay, so that's how I describe what the superpower is. Then what I was finding was like 90% of them, when they got on a call with me and they're telling me about their life and their business and all the things that were just not going well, they're explaining to me their symptoms of misalignments, which were a lot of confusion, chaos in their money relationships, going in and out of problems, or they're lacking clarity, not knowing what their purpose is, not knowing what things to offer, don't know how to create consistent income, and all kinds of deep issues where they didn't feel fulfilled in their purpose, even though that they know that it was their purpose, right? They weren't making the amount of money that they wanted to, and all of these kind of things, these other issues that were coming up. So what I was finding was the reason that they were doing that was because they're aligning too much to their life challenges, which, like I said, looks like their superpower. But it is actually the thing that makes them work 5 to 10 times harder, that makes them actually like spend hours and hours trying to help somebody, when all they really need to was just to really stand from the superpower and then express from that, and allow their second and third gifts to naturally be presented to their soulmate clients. But they're doing action that were actually going against their superpower. Okay, so it all kind of just started on this concept, right? Which is, I knew people could be successful if they could just get their alignment straight. They could get out of the misalignment symptoms where they lost their why, they lost their purpose, they lost their soul's voice. All of these symptoms that really was because they were not aligning to their superpower. So this concept came out from doing all of that, like one-on-one sessions with people, to doing it in group setting. And then I taught this whole method and system, which is actually what I'm teaching in my 5-day training right now. So if you guys haven't been listening to it, go jump in. It's actually right on my business page, where I'm talking about my signature system of activating, revamping, and expanding into your multiple 6-figure freedom-based business. So I'm actually giving you all the secrets of how I got to multiple 6 figures in less than 2 years, and the things that, like, going through those stages of alignment and misalignment, and what kind of business model you need to create, and all of that, online or offline. I answer all of those questions when you actually align to your specific superpower. So your superpower, so what started as just this idea of this three main gifts concept that I had. And I was seeing all the misalignment symptoms and all the alignment symptoms. I was like, wow, this could absolutely change people's lives if they could just get in alignment to the superpower. So then I created what I call the soul alignment blueprints. So the soul alignment blueprints is made up of your three main gifts, is made up of your soul group, your, let me drink some water. Your business energy, your manifesting blueprints, your soul organization, how your soul likes to organize itself, what your soul specializes in, all of these different parts of what the blueprints were. And really, it is the energy or the energetic signature of the way your soul is designed to show up in the world. So what I did was I created a PDF and a PDF that explains all the type of what the energy of your soul is, the specific energies. And then also explained it with recordings, like 3-hour, 4-hour recordings to explain each part of how to align the specific way that I'm talking about, to how to manifest whatever you want, to communicating better with your spouse and people, right? Even to how to have the right messaging, how to speak to your ideal client to attract them to make consistent income. All of that all came about by creating this roadmap of the soul, which I call your soul alignment blueprints. So basically, it's sometimes one word, it's just a specific energy of different parts of who you are at soul level, that when you actually align to, you actually can manifest amazing things really, really quickly in record time. So what was happening was, okay, so I created this roadmap and I was like, wow, this is so amazing, it's so cool. And so actually I wanted to prove it, I wanted to test it. So I spent the past year just doing market research, talking to all my clients, talking to many, many people to figure out whether, you know, my method actually really works and the system works or not. And I found that it's proven that yes, if you take those 4 stages of soul and business alignment, and you also use your soul alignment blueprints, you can absolutely create amazing results in record time. So it all basically started with this one concept, right? Which is, okay, so all these people are misaligned and 90% of them were misaligned. Then what was it that they need to do? And so every time when I got in that conversation with people, I just, looked in their Akashic records, which the Akashic records is basically the library of all information that ever exists of every living being, is all in there. It's fifth dimensional aspect. And so when you go in the Akashic records, you can actually get the right information of the person's soul. But beyond that, what the soul alignment blueprints were was seeing the multidimensionality of the soul type, of what the soul is made of originally from source. So actually, the soul alignment blueprints is not just information in the Akashic records. It's actually the way you can expand and activate and manifest whatever you want to create in your multidimensional level. So when I first started, I thought it was just me accessing Akashic records. But actually, the more I added to it and I did all the research and I proved it to be correct, I actually found that it actually is multidimensional, what we're creating here with the soul alignment blueprints. So what happened was, as soon as people started to aligning to their superpower, started taking action to their soul alignment blueprints, they went to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures very, very quickly. And I have like testimonials upon testimonials about it, whether it's on my website, or actually I have a whole like folder of people's testimonials of what changed and shift by them just aligning to their superpower or parts of their blueprints, whether it was getting big media opportunities, like getting on Huffington Post or Mind Body Green or Entrepreneur on Fire, or getting on TV shows or getting on magazines, all kinds of stuff they started to manifest by starting to take soul line action to their blueprints, but of course, doing the work and taking the action towards it. And they easily, like whatever level that they were at, they went double or even triple the amount of income or impact that they wanted to, just by taking soul aligned action to their soul alignment blueprints. So that's basically the history of where the soul alignment blueprints all came from. So what I wanted to do was this year was to really focus on actually teaching this to people, so they can actually do this on others, and they themselves could actually save a lot of their time, money, and energy. So the other thing that I was finding was the biggest problem with some of my clients was that they were spending a lot of time and energy, like on phone calls or group calls or launching programs and all kinds of stuff that really actually took them a lot of time and energy, because they didn't have the soul alignment blueprint tool to actually do it on their clients themselves. Because a lot of times when you start with a client, you have to ask them, okay, what do you want? What do you desire? What are the things you value? What are how do you like to communicate? What's your love language? Like, how do you organize yourself? How do you manifest stuff? Like asking all kinds of questions, right? And so that takes a lot of like time. Like if you, for example, if you work with a private client and you start with that, you have to do intensive with them. You have to ask them a lot of questions to get more clarity. And then, you know, after you made like 3 or 4 hour type of calls with them, then you have to create a strategic plan for them, and then they have to implement it, right? And they have to figure out like what, as they go, like where they had problems, right? And all of these things while you're doing it inside of your kind of like private program. So, but the thing is, the reason why it takes so long is because you don't really understand them at soul level. So you spend a lot of time and energy trying to figure that out, right? So this is why I invented the soul alignment blueprints, because it is the roadmap of the person's soul purpose, their path, whatever they, how they manifest, how they organize themselves, what their business should be all about, what their business model should look like, what their archetype they need to embody to actually activate their psychic abilities look like. All of this information is actually already in the soul alignment blueprints. So if you are able to create the soul alignment blueprints from the very beginning with your clients, you absolutely are going to save so much time, money, and effort trying to figure out how to get them from A to Z, right? When already the soul alignment blueprints is already there, and what you do is you kind of just utilize it as your tool, right? So like, for example, if the person is having trouble with their offers, you have their soul specialization listed out there, and then you can actually look at, oh, okay, so this type of soul, they should be a medium, they should be traveling a lot or having some kind of programs that are aligned to their travel, because that's their soul expertise. So then you would just create a business model that will allow them, right, to actually create offers that are all about travel, that are all about using their being a medium or reading their type of soul type, right? So all of these type of things, right, are already there in the blueprints, and all you do is you just help them to see what it is, and they help them take action towards it. And then what happens really quickly is they start to make more money. They start to actually like stop questioning themselves. They have more confidence in themselves. You know, and also for you will end up getting more consistent income too, because the soul alignment blueprints can basically replace like an intensive experience with you, which intensives are normally like $1,500 or $900 or something around that range, right? Whereas like you spend like a VIP day where it's like 3 or 4 hours of time and energy to figure out what the heck that person needs or wants, right? But instead of doing that, you can actually use the soul alignment blueprint as the intensive itself, where you just create it, you make their PDF, you make all the recordings, and you actually could create those recordings so that they're more automated, where you don't have to remake the thing over and over again, right? And there you go, that's your intensive, and all you need to do is just make that PDF, send them the recordings, and maybe have like a follow-up session with them to ask them if they have any questions about what they actually need to do and to get into alignment. And by them just listening to their soul alignment blueprints, they'll get so much clarity, because it's just going to tell them exactly where and what to focus on. So this is what I mean about the soul alignment blueprints will save you so much time, money, and energy, is because you will be able to leverage from your time by not having to do any of those intensives anymore, or any kind of programs, or even group programs. So you can actually add this to your group programs as like a VIP option, where you don't actually need to be too much present with them, only to answer their questions about what they need to do to get in alignment to their type of blueprints or their superpower, or how to get out of their life challenges, and all this stuff that I'm talking about right now, right? So the more you actually do these blueprints on others, the bigger clarity they will have on how they can communicate, how they can create consistent income for themselves, what kind of offers, how they want to show up in their life, in their business, right? How they're going to market, what kind of strategies will work for their type of soul. Like, you're going to be able to figure that out by actually you making those blueprints for others. So you can do this whether you even have a design, you're like a graphic designer, or you're a product or service-based type of business, or you're a healer where you do readings, or you do coaching, or you do consulting, or you're a strategist. You can use these soul alignment blueprints for anything, because you can create a business model, like I said, or it's going to save you so much time, money, and energy with your clients to get so much clarity in a very short period of time. And this is a lifetime value also, is that once you create the roadmap, and then you should give them tools, like, of course, probably give them meditations or mindset type of exercise or things like that to help them figure out why they're not embodying their blueprints. Then again, like, they're going to get so much clarity of what to focus on, and you yourself will save your time, their family's time, your time with your family, and spending more time in nature very, very quickly. By using the soul alignment blueprints. Okay, so anyway, I'll get off my soapbox about that, but if any of you guys have any questions, please ask me right now, because whatever you ask me doesn't necessarily have to be about the blueprints, but I'm going to pick those that are here live, one of you live, so just say like, hi, I'm here, or something like that. Then I'm going to pick a prize. I'm going to put it on like a little post-it here, and I pick a prize for those that come here live and listening to this whole thing right here. So anyway, yeah, if you guys have any questions, to put it down at the bottom. And so, yeah, like I said, the blueprints, over time, you're going to figure out how this is going to, how you're going to use it inside of your biz model. And inside of the program itself, the modality, I do actually help you with that too, to figure out, well, where are you going to where are you going to use these blueprints for? And so after you take this modality, you're going to be certified in order to do this on others. And you also actually will learn some grid work activations. Some of you guys have been seeing me post about, like the stones, the beach stones and stuff. With me and my family been doing it. I'm going to teach you actually how to do those things too, which will create more peace, love, and connection in your home and in your community, in your family, all of that. I'm going to teach you that in the modality too. So the modality, you can also get an experience of like a 5-day spiritual biz retreat with me. That's also the kind of another option too. It's a 5-day retreat. And my husband and I are going to do this probably around October, September, December. So if you've been wanting to do the modality where you learn about the blueprints, but also want to go deeper, we also have that option where actually we'll take you to the 3 gateways here on Maui that will help to actually that's actually the gateways that I help to maintain here, which is the central, the west, and the eastern Maui grids, and which will help you to connect with Lumeria, with the Hawaiian roots. I'll give also live attunements, activate your psychic abilities more, stepping into your multidimensional healing and leadership. You also receive like a group intensive experience here at my house with all the participants that come to the retreat, the 5-day retreat. We will map out, the right biz strategies that are aligned to your soul to reach you to 6 figures or multiple 6 figures with ease and flow. That's basically my plan with the retreat. And it's usually for 4,997. But if you sign up by, I think, Saturday, which is March 17th, I believe, you can get it for 2,997, which is a steal because that's $2,000 off. And also, if you're not sure about the retreat, you can just do this modality right now. And again, until March 17th, where you get $2,000 off, because it's usually $2,997 to do this modality certification program. But if you pay by Saturday, you're going to actually get it for $997. And again, that's $2,000 off of the original price of this program. And the amount of information that you're going to get is going to be priceless, because you're going to be able to understand all the superpower paths, understand like how to teach them how to get into soul and business alignment. You're going to learn all of these like grid work activation, manifestation altars. I give you a lot of tools that you can use with your life and your business as an addition to whatever you do. So this certification program is actually good to add as an extra into whatever you're doing right now. Because you can either sell it by itself, but most likely you want to sell it with a big program or a group program or group experience or something like that, where it's like a VIP option. And it just gives you an additional income that you could use in, whatever type of industry that you do now. So again, if you're really interested in this, until March 17, you can just use a discount code, which is SAB discount. It's all in capitals. SAB, so it's like Soul Alignment Blueprints discount. It's like that, SAB discount. You go to the link, I'll put the link below, where you can buy this program. And then by March 17, you can either just get the certification program by itself for $997, or with the Maui Spiritual Biz Retreat for $2,997. Instead of the original price of the program itself is usually $2,997, and the 5-day Maui retreat is usually $4,997. So it's a really good deal. You're saving $2,000 by getting in with this early registration first, because we start on April 2nd. So it might give you a few more days to think about it, to actually go and look up some of the things that I've helped people with. You can go to my website at www.LeimomiKeliikuli.com, and I have a lot of testimonials all there. I have like all my offers also all there. If this is not really what you want to do right now, I have various ways you can work with me, whether it's privately or my group programs like my Mastering Soul's Gift program, which will help you get into alignments instead of misalignments. I have, the Soul Alignment Blueprints by itself. You could also purchase that with it, clearing with it. I also have clearing work that I do. All of that is just to help you to up level whatever we're working on. That's my expertise, actually, is figuring out where you are right now, what you need to up level next is the best people that I work with. So for the past 2 years, my clients and my audience have been asking me, when I'm going to teach these Soul Alignment Blueprints to others. And at the time I wasn't ready, because there was just so many pieces of the method that I'm actually sharing with you guys about the 5-day training. So if you haven't gotten to listen to the recordings, this is actually the 2nd day of activating, revamping, and expanding your multiple 6-figure business to a freedom business lifestyle. I'm doing a whole training series just all about that, and maybe I'll put the link below for that too, so you guys can get the information of how you can use these Soul Alignment Blueprints and use all of this in your life and your business. So what happened, like I said, is a lot of people that worked with me, they have gone to become amazing industry leaders in whatever field that they're in. They made 5-figure, 6-figure launches. They manifested, like I said, PR, JV opportunities from Forbes, Mind, Body, Green, podcasts, TV shows, like whatever they were really wanting to have more PR or marketing opportunities. It really like showed up by aligning to their superpower and their blueprints. So yeah, if you guys would really love this, to jump into this modality, I only have 8 spots to take it for that $997 deal, or the $2,997 for the 5-day retreat. So this is like a really, really good opportunity to get in now. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, put down at the bottom. Just let me know who's listening, because I don't know. It doesn't show me who's actually listening. You can just see like a number that's live. So if you just put your name at the bottom, and then I'm just going to pick a winner for whoever is listening to me live right now. I'm going to pick a winner. You're going to win a prize, and then you want to send me your email so that I can email you your prize. Okay. So any questions about that, about the blueprints? Remember now that this soul alignment blueprints, we were accessing the Akashic records, but the way that I do it is I do it from getting pure source origination information about the soul. So when you do learn this modality, you're going to learn how to access information that's from pure source origination. And again, like this is a tool that you can use in your everyday life to, make better decisions in your life and business. So again, if you ever feel lost or misaligned, and you need help in knowing what to focus on or which direction to go, you always have your soul alignment blueprints as your roadmap to success to utilize. And so yeah, imagine like if you're able to, you'll be actually able to help yourself and other people, your family and friends, because you'll know again what exactly road or route that they need to go instead of going down the wrong path. And then very quickly, by them learning how to align to their soul alignment blueprints, your clients will actually manifest amazing things or whatever their dream that they want to create very, very quickly. And you empower them to actually take action to utilizing their blueprints, to being more who they are authentically themselves. And you also will learn my signature system of activate, revamp, and expand to get to your multiple 6-figure freedom-based business. I'm also going to teach that inside of the modality. You'll learn about the grid work manifestation activations that you can do for yourself or your family or community. And I'll show you how to do that so that you can create like more love, peace, connection, and healing of the land and people on the community and the world around you by learning this grid work manifestation or activations on places that you feel that need to, release some kind of heaviness around you in your community or even in other states. I'll teach you how to do these grid work activations. So again, like no matter what industry you're in, whether you're a graphic designer, a healer, a coach, a marketing agency, a speaker or author, a service or product-based type of business, whether you have an online or offline business too, you can totally utilize this Soul Alignment Blueprint certification program to create and save you a lot of time, money, and energy. And again, it's like a tool. It's a tool that you can utilize in any of your launches with how you communicate with your team, with any kind of problems with your intimate relationships, to your health and your lifestyle, anything that that will help you to get out of that misalignment, to get out of any of the misalignment symptoms that you may be experiencing very quickly by utilizing it, right? So with the program itself, you'll have 5 live calls, and this time I'm going to do 5 live calls. Let's see what else. 5 live calls. It's an 8-week program, which includes attunements, healings, grid work activations. You'll learn how to read the Akashic records, and beyond that, also making the soul alignment blueprints for others, teaching how to use it in your business and lifestyle. You learn my activate, revamp, and expand your signature system to get to your multiple 6-figure freedom-based business. You will learn, let's see, grid work, like I said, manifestation activations for yourself and your family. How can you create more love, peace, and connection? Healing the land and the people in the community and the world around you. You'll get a certificate of completion at the end. And again, like if you want to, there's also the 5-day spiritual retreat, spiritual biz retreat here on Maui that you could also do with me, where you visit the 3 gateways here on Maui to help to activate your psychic abilities more, step more into your leadership, helping you to get into your type of biz model that really, really will help you to leverage your time, energy, and freedom. So once you've also got the program, once you pay for it, you're going to get access to a membership portal on my Kajabi. And so in there, you can also have access to the 0 to 7 Figures Masterclass as a bonus. If you already have your blueprints from me, you will get that as your bonus. But if you haven't gotten your blueprints yet, you actually will get the blueprints from me. So I'll make you your soul alignment blueprints, which is a PDF with explaining a little bit about what your soul's blueprints are, your superpower, your life challenges, your manifesting blueprints, the direct path and the fulfillment for you, your soul purpose archetype, your business energy, your soul organization, all of these parts of your blueprints. And you'll get recordings that come with it for you to help you to understand what I mean about your blueprints. And all of that can be your bonus, where you either get the 0 to 7 Figures Masterclass, or you can get the blueprints from me directly for yourself to have and utilize. So again, if you're really interested in this and you have some questions right now, please do put down in the comments. If not, then you can, of course, also PM message me if that really, really interests you. And all the people that are here in the live stream, I'm going to pick a winner. Okay, so I see, I'm going to write down everybody's name that I see here. Oh, wait, this pen is not working. I'm going to write people's names that I see are here, and I'm going to pick at random on all of these like little post-its here. And who can get a prize. So, there's a little bit some water on here. And one more. Okay, so I'm going to fold them. Fold the names that I see here. I'm only going by whatever it says on here. So if you haven't put your name, please put your name right now. Or just say hi so that I know if it's different from what I've got here. And I'm going to pick a name for whoever is here live. And then you're going to win a prize. Okay. Let's see. All right. Oh, so the winner is Adam Tate. So if you're listening, or you might not be listening, I'm going to tag this person, Adam Tate, and you're going to win a prize. All you need to do is just send me your email, and I'm going to give you actually a meditation that will help you to be really, really connected with your higher self and source. So, yeah, so Adam Tate, please either PM message me or just below this, let me know what your email address is, and so I can send it to you. Alrighty, so that was fun. I hope that was helpful. Again, if you guys have any questions about the modality, are really interested in this but not really clear if this is the right time now, yeah, please do let me know, and I could answer any of your questions about that. Because today was just a little bit of an introduction for me to help explain about what the soul alignment blueprints are, why that will benefit in helping you get consistent income, help you to, leverage your time, money, and energy, help you to get more into alignment to your type of soul line business, all of that I was talking about, how you can create a freedom-based business by actually using your own soul alignment blueprints and doing that on other people. So this certification program, like I said, is I'm going to teach you a lot of the basics about how to make these soul alignment blueprints for yourself and your family. And ultimately what's going to happen is going to help you communicate better with people, help you with your messaging, help you with strategies that are more aligned to you. And it all will come together and make sense when you go through that program. So this past 2 months, I did the first round of this Modality, Soul Alignment Blueprints Modality certification program. And they had amazing testimonials and results that actually I'm going to share very soon with everybody else. But amazing things that happened to them that rapidly changed. For example, a lot of the confusion, the lack of clarity of what kind of business model that they should create, they got instantly. Other things like some of their health issues or things that were really bothering them started to just resolve itself. I saw like their lifestyle changes also was very clear too. So they made a lot of changes in their lifestyle. Some of them already actually sold the soul alignment blueprints to their to their clients before they even are done with the certification program. And so actually they already have like clients lined up to work with them with soul alignment blueprints. Let's see what else. There was all kinds of stuff that they told me. This is just what I'm thinking off the top of the head. What kind of transformation that they have by just listening to my how to do these blueprints, and then coming on the live calls and stuff like that. They got so much clarity in other areas of their life and their business, not just only for you know what they're learning right now. So I hope this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can PM message me if this really is resonating with you. And I'll do another Soul Alignment Blueprints Modality info class next week, Wednesday. So again, if you think about something and you have more questions, totally come and see me again next week. Let's see what else is happening. Oh yeah, and then again, join my 5-day training where I share a lot of amazing information of how to activate, revamp, and expand your multiple 6-figure freedom-based business by using these kind of soul alignment blueprints or these kind of tools. This is all totally free information. You can go to bit.ly/3-day, what was it, 3-day ARE in capital, like R, ARE. And you can sign up to receive all the prompts and stuff for my 5-day training. Okay, so I'm going to put the link below for this certification program. It's actually also above too. And also about my 5-day training. And again, that's all free information. If you're really wanting to get to multiple 6 figures plus, this is the time to actually go and do it. So anyway, you guys all have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys all very soon. And if you do the 5-day training, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, have a beautiful day. Aloha.